Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho! Well, I'm looking for a special young lady. Well, who do we have here? Did this happen to be young Sophie Mears?
Yes.
I've been wanting to talk to you. You know what day's coming soon, don't you?
Yes.
What day is that, young lady? It's Christmas! Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho! Santa is so happy to see all the children who've been good boys and girls this year because I get to come to their home and bring them special presents. Have you been a good girl, Sophie?
Yes.
You have? Well, I am so happy to hear that. That makes me happy. Ho, 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 ho! What have you been doing that Santa should know about? Have you been listening to your mom and dad?
Uh-huh.
You have? Do you help your mom and dad?
Yes.
You do? What do you do for mom and dad?
Sometimes I put my plate on the counter.
Well, that's a good girl.
Mommy washes it. Then, and the other thing is when I go upstairs, one time I fell, but now I don't.
Well, you have to be careful. You know, that's partly your responsibility. Moms and dads do everything they can to take care of their children, but sometimes the children have to help mom and dad. Now, I understand you go to school too, don't you? What school do you go to, Sophie? Desert Cove School. Do you like school?
Yes.
You do? What do you like best about school?
Learning about other things and writing numbers with Miss Corio, my teacher.
Well, do you like your teacher?
Yes.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Teachers are to be respected, aren't they? Do you respect your teacher, and are you nice and polite all the time?
Yes.
Well, that's good. That's very, very important. Children have to be good at home, but they also have to be very good at school, don't they? Yes, they do. That's very, very important. Now, since you've been a good girl, maybe you could tell Santa what you might want for Christmas.
I want a new bike with a holder for my cups and toys if I want to bring them. And it's purple.
You want a new bike? What kind of bike would you like, Sophie?
Princess and purple.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, I'll bet you want a princess bike because you kind of look like a princess yourself. Do you ever dress up like a princess?
Yes, I have lots of them.
Wow, how nice is that? What else might you like for Christmas, young lady? You don't remember? Well, how is Santa going to bring you special presents? Do you have a list? Well, that's a good idea to write a list of toys you would like Santa to bring for you. You're going to have to talk a little louder, young lady. Santa's getting to be pretty old, and sometimes he has a hard time hearing what children tell him. Well, thank you, and Santa loves you too, Sophie. Oh, my goodness gracious. Who wrote that list? Did your mom write that list for you? I did. You did? My goodness gracious. You wrote that by yourself? How old are you, Sophie? 4.5. Goodness gracious. I tell you what, you must be working very hard at your studies to be able to write that well. That's special. You should be proud of that. So there's another good reason to work very hard in school, isn't it? What else is on that list? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Santa can't hear you. Can't hear. My goodness, honey, Santa's having a hard time hearing you. I'm afraid it might just be these old ears. Oh, much better, Dad.
I would like my own watch. I would like a real reindeer. I would like a dollhouse. I would like a...
Baby? Is that a baby?
I forgot to write toy, but a toy baby.
All right, we're gonna move this right over here.
Uh-oh. We're having a poor connection. I'm afraid it's the snow and cold up here at the North Pole that's making it hard.
Is that better?
That's much better, Dad.
I would like my own kitten.
Oh, my goodness. Do you like to cook, Sophie?
I would like my own bike. I would like my own toy baby. 2 toy babies.
Oh, boy. You like babies, don't you? You're going to be a good mom, aren't you? Well, I tell you what, Sophie. Santa is real busy, but I have some elves who help me out. And so, can you promise Santa that you're going to be a good girl and listen to your mom and dad and your teacher until Christmas time? You can do that, huh? Well, if you can do that and be a very good girl, you might just get something very special from Santa.
Wow. Wow, you're going to have to be extra special good girl.
But I'll bet you can do that, can't you?
Say yes, absolutely.
Yes, Santa.
That's a good girl. I am so proud of you, and I just know you're going to be a wonderful little girl. And on Christmas, Santa's probably going to make a stop by Sophie's house with something special. Would you like that? Well, very good. You have a very happy holidays and a Merry Christmas, and Santa loves you. Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas! Goodbye, young Sophie.
Say bye, Santa. Love you. Be safe on the holidays.
Bye, Santa. I love you. Be safe on the holidays.
Well, thank you, darling. I will do just that. You be a good girl. Bye-bye.
Bye, Santa.
Bye, Sophie.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you, darling.
She's cute.